So today I'm gonna be making fried rice. It is yet again another lunchtime in like my regular work life. I had a lot of Wingstop last night, so today I'm craving something a little bit more simple. And yeah, it'll be a really basic recipe. I'm just gonna be taking you along the cooking process, and I thought it'd be nice if we could eat together. So I think it'll be kind of like a cooking and mukbang situation. So yeah, let's get to it. And before we get started, my name is Jess. If you've never seen me before, I make food related videos, just random food content, so please subscribe if you're into that. So real quick, just gonna go through the ingredients that we'll be cooking with. First, of course, we have the rice. It's not a lot of leftover rice, but we'll deal with it. There's broccoli. I have half an onion here. Usually I'll put scallion instead, but I'm kind of feeling more of the oniony vibes today, so I'm just gonna put half an onion, 2 eggs, of course, some salmon, just because it's some leftover salmon and I wanna finish it. And this is half of like those salty duck eggs that I love. This is gonna go really great on the side if you just want something salty to kind of complement your fried rice. Hello, we are now at the onion chopping station. I feel like the last time that I might have shown me chopping onions was like my tuna video. Okay, so I know my chopping abilities are not the best, but honestly, for some fried rice, anything goes. You definitely don't need to be a professional. Okay, I feel like I'm getting pressured by the camera and doing this much worse than I usually do, but trust me, I'm not that bad. Honestly, I'm obsessed with onion. I just think it makes everything taste better, and I don't understand people that don't like onion. Like, I feel like that's just saying you don't like flavor. I mean, I feel like people that are really into onion are gonna come for me, but like, how could you not love onion? And honestly, I could definitely eat raw onion. Like, I love it in my sandwiches. I know my sister does not like raw onion and she thinks it's weird, but, and I guess onion breath is a thing, but I just think it's so worth it for the flavor that you're getting, you know? Just gonna do some final chops here. So yeah, definitely recommend some kind of green onion or just regular onion, red onion in your fried rice. Cool. And there you go. Hello. Welcome back to the stove, which is of course my favorite place to take you guys. Okay, just gonna add a bit of oil to the pan. I'm gonna let that heat up just a little bit. Also, I'm sorry if you're hearing like lawnmowers or something in the background. I'm in the suburbs and there's constantly just landscaping going on all the time. So, put this on medium heat. Gonna let this heat up a little bit. And now I'm just gonna put my onions on the pan. Nice. Cool, so you're just gonna toss that up a bit. I like to do the onions first because these take the longest to cook, so it makes sense to just put this first before you put anything else in. Cool, and then they're getting a little bit translucent, so now I'm just gonna put in my 2 eggs. Plop them right in there. Okay. That was not a successful egg crack, but it's fine. All right, I'm just gonna toss these around a bit. Let that egg get all up in the onion. And I'm just gonna put in some salt. Just toss that about. So I'm also just gonna put in some broccoli. Honestly, I almost forgot to put in the broccoli, so it's not a usual thing for me, but I just decided to sort of make this fried rice a little bit more interesting. I'm gonna put in some salmon. And now, last but not least, you're gonna add the rice in. And this is not a lot of rice, so forgive me here. It's just leftover rice that I had. Also now, this is where you can probably add any sauces that you want. I don't usually add soy sauce or anything, but like I'm sure people do that. Actually, I'm just gonna get a little bit creative and sort of combine some gochujang with some soybean paste, just to add a little bit of flavor. But yeah, I'm just gonna pop some of that soybean paste in there. Oh, fuck. Oh my god. Fucking hell. Gonna add some gochujang. And a little goes a long way with this. And just gonna toss that around a little bit more. It's looking nice and dark with the sauces. Toss it around a little bit more. Okay, I think this is good. All right, so now I'm gonna plate her. All right, and here is the final product. Hello. It just took me like 5 minutes to do the mukbang setup. Honestly, it's harder than it looks to like get your face in the frame and the food too. I had to like, I'm like sitting on like a lower office chair because like the regular seats that I have are too high up and you wouldn't have been able to see my face or the food really. So I think this is good. I'm gonna try this for the first time. Really good, really hot. And I also have my little like duck egg here, which is cute. It's like these really good salty duck eggs that are amazing. A nice little salty duck egg on the side. And I have my fried rice here. Okay, let's eat. Honestly, highly recommend adding some kind of like gochujang or soybean paste if you have any. Really adds a lot of flavor to the rice. Honestly, I don't know if this is like a traditional fried rice or anything like that. Probably not. I usually just make shit up as I go. But it tastes really good. And the duck egg is very good. Nice and salty. So, how have you guys been? Kind of nice to like sit down and talk to the camera. This is like my, you know, this will be sort of the first mukbang that I have on my channel. I've actually tried to record one before. I made like a ramen and like corn dogs, or like the Korean corn dog mukbang, but honestly, I ended up never posting it just because like I felt like kind of awkward. Like I feel like I never know like how much to share. I feel like on the internet, and like I think mukbangs kind of like invite this kind of vulnerability that I haven't had sort of on my channel before. Like for me, it's much easier to sort of cook and like do little funny edits and sort of like walk you through that process rather than sort of like sitting down and like talking with you guys, which I think is a super great thing, but something I've always been sort of nervous to do just because, you know, again, not sure how much to share about myself. I definitely don't have the biggest audience, but it is still a little intimidating to talk to you guys knowing that there is like more than 2,000 of you guys subscribe to this channel, which is like insane. And I never thought that I'd even get to this point. I mean, again, it's not like I have like a million or anything, but I mean, just the thought of having more than a few people watching me is pretty cool and scary. But yeah, I've generally been pretty good. I had Wingstop last night, as I mentioned earlier in the video. Very good. Highly recommend. I've never had Buffalo Wild Wings before, but my guess is that they're better than any other wing place. Comment below if you also love Wingstop. Things are finally kind of opening up again and things are returning to normal, which is so crazy. But it's been really fun to see like people here and there and remember what it feels like to be like a human being again. You know, obviously like so many of us have been at home for like the past year and a half, and like, I think I am an introvert for sure, and I've always known that, but I don't know, maybe something in the pandemic, like it's turned some kind of switch, but I do really feel energized when I see people. And like, I really realize that we need human interaction to survive. Like, that's like a non-negotiable thing. I'm still definitely very comfortable being alone, but it's one of those things where like, wow, I forgot how much I really miss seeing people, and like, online interaction really just isn't the same. But yeah, I hope you guys are staying safe out there. I hope you get to see loved ones, at least safely. At least here in the US, things are kind of returning back to normal a bit. And I hope you guys are eating something too. I feel like part of the beauty of mukbangs is that we can eat together and sort of have this like communal experience on the internet. You know, very parasocial relationship vibes. Also, my mom puts like little pieces of taro sometimes in the rice. Very good. Also, if you haven't yet, here's an unsolicited Netflix recommendation. But you guys should definitely watch Bo Burnham's latest special. It's called Inside. So good. I feel like in many ways it captures the pandemic, or just like I think a lot of the feelings that we've all been feeling very well. And it's definitely not like too sad or broody. I think like, I had thought that maybe it would be a bit sad and depressing. And it certainly is, to an extent for sure. You kind of see his own journey into his like declining mental health. But I don't know, I felt very comforted by it, and like, I think it hit that sweet spot of like being serious but not taking itself too seriously. You know, this line between like satire and like being genuine. It was also really cool because in some ways like he parodied a lot of different like internet tropes, like Twitch streaming and like YouTubers. I myself watch a lot of YouTube, more so than TV shows sometimes. I don't know, just because I feel like my attention span, it's much easier to just get through videos rather than like investing myself into like a good TV show. But I think he like, I feel like he kind of parodies like this kind of like internet culture of like being like a digital content creator and always feeling like you need to like put out content. And you know, in the wake of the pandemic, it all just feels really silly. Like, I think one of the things it grapples with really well is what's the point of comedy and entertainment sometimes when so much of the world is going to shit and like it feels like nothing matters. Even waking up and doing your job and like pretending like everything's normal. And I guess on the other side, right, being a content creator and just making more content and more content when like the world is falling apart. I like, it feels really pointless. I also hope this is providing some nice ASMR if you're into that. I always think it'd be really cool to like start an ASMR channel. I get some nice mics, some good camera setup, and just like eat. Honestly, it sounds like an amazing job. But yeah, I know, you know, kind of jumping off the point of content, I definitely know I've not been the most consistent content creator, but I definitely want to try being more consistent. I just feel like in the last few months I've been sort of in like a rut, not sure like what to do and maybe what to film, but you know, I want to put less pressure on myself to like make something super curated or I don't know, like perfect or anything. I want to try being like a little bit more casual. I mean, I have been being pretty casual, but you know, feeling more comfortable to speak and talk about whatever. And yeah, I feel like doing vlogs or filming like what I eat in a day is like for fun could be like an interesting thing. So yeah, always open to suggestions, you know, definitely comment below if you have any ideas of what I should film or do. Anything food related would be awesome. Okay, I think I'm done. That was really good. I was definitely craving like a nice simple fried rice dish, and yeah, I hope you guys are inspired to like make your own fried rice or just honestly cobble together leftovers and make something for lunch, but like in a cool and fun way. I feel like that's usually what I try to do. It's nothing crazy. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed like my first cooking and like mukbang video. This was a lot of fun. I definitely want to like do more mukbangs in the future, maybe more vlogs, just like trying to talk to you guys more and like show you guys more of like what's happening like in my life and otherwise. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and stay safe, eat well, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.